Hey, what's up guys? It's Upgraded Rotom, aka the coach of the San Diego Pachirisus, and this week we're fighting up against our opponent Rebel and their team, the Austin Araquanids. For this week, my opponent's team is very speed heavy with Pokemon such as Latios, Dodrio, Iron Treads, Mismagius, and even Thundurus T. And with my opponent's last Pokemon, what they lack in speed, they more than make up in both offensive and defensive capabilities. With some terrifying Terra Captains to boot, like Heatran to remove its 4x ground weakness, Mismagius to potentially go Terra Electric and have no weakness, and Gallade to go Terra Psychic to boost those Psycho Cuts, we're going to have a serious tough time fighting this team. However, I believe I've concocted a team that can bring us to victory. First up on the lineup, we've got Samurott here, and for this week, Samurott is rocking an EV spread of 8 HP, max attack, 32 special attack, and 216 speed, with the moves Ceaseless Edge, Air Slash, Razor Shell, and Flip Turn, the ability Sharpness, the Naive Nature, and its item being the Choice Scarf. With this set this week, we will be able to outspeed anything that's not a Choice Scarfer. Ceaseless Edge will be nice to set up spikes against Mismagius, Latios, and maybe even a potential Terra Psychic Gallade. Air Slash is there for the coverage against a potential Chestnut, as I didn't have too much that can cover it, and it is also, fun fact, boosted by Sharpness. Razor Shell is there to whittle down the Iron Treads and potentially drop some defenses on Pokemon, and Flip Turn is always just there to help us get momentum if we ever need it. Next up, we got our Deoxys Speed, and for this week we're running a very simple set. We got our EV investment being 4 HP, max attack, and max special attack, with our moves being Psycho Boost, Knockoff, Superpower, and Thunderbolt, and our nature being Lonely, with the item being Life Orb. Psycho Boost is there in order to get some pretty heavy stab damage onto any of my opponent's Pokemon, as they do not have a solid Dark type without Terastallizing. Knockoff helps me remove items. Superpower is great in order to deal some super effective damage to stuff like Heatran and Iron Treads. And Thunderbolt is for coverage against Primarina and Dodrio. Even though we don't have any speed investment, the good news is that no matter what my opponent's speed investment is, unless they are Choice Scarfed, we are outspeeding them. After Deoxys, we've got our Dugtrio, and Dugtrio's rocking the EV spread of 4 HP, max attack, max speed, with the moves Stone Edge, Earthquake, Iron Head, and Smackdown, the ability Tangling Hair, the Jolly Nature, and the item being the Air Balloon. Even though Dugtrio is always stuck in the ground, we're going to defy physics this battle and use our Air Balloon to float above my opponent's Earthquakes with Iron Treads. This will also allow us to find an opportunity to be able to hit it back with our own super effective Earthquake, unless they too are holding an Air Balloon. Most of my moves here on Dugtrio are pretty standard, except you'll notice I have Smackdown. For this week, my opponent has a lot of Flying type and Levitating Mons, but with Smackdown, if I predict something like a Thundurus coming in or a Terra Electric Mismagius, I can then hit both of those Pokemon super effectively with Earthquake while outspeeding both of them. Next up in the lineup, we've got our Hawlucha, and Hawlucha is going to be rocking the EV spread of 204 HP, max attack, 52 speed, the moves Acrobatic, Close Combat, Defog, and Poison Jab, with the ability Unburden, the Adamant Nature, and the White Herb as its item. With our investment this week, we'll be able to outspeed Gallade naturally, and if we proc our ability and boost our own speed, we'll then be able to outspeed any of my opponent's Choice Scarf Pokemon. Now during prep, I did notice my opponent has a very easy time setting up hazards on me, so that's why we're running Defog here. Poison Jab is there because I did realize that in a late game where Primarina sets up a few Calm Minds, it has a very strong potential to just sweep my team. So luckily, with Hawlucha being faster and Poison Jab being super effective, I should be able to do enough decent damage to it to be able to stop it from snowballing. Next up, we've got our first Terra Captain of the week, and it is Sinistcha. Sinistcha is rocking an EV spread of 240 HP, 184 defense, 68 special defense, and 16 speed, with the moves Machagacha, Hex, Strength Sap, Calm Mind, and the ability Heat Proof, the nature Bold, and the item being Leftovers. This set is designed to try and block my opponent's physical attackers, such as Iron Treads and Gallade. With Strength Sap, even if my opponent is like a Swords Dance Gallade, as long as I Terra, I can indeed live like a knockoff it might want to do, while recovering a lot of HP back. Machagacha and Hex are going to work in tandem with each other, as if I can get a burn, then I can do double the damage with Hex. But that's also not the only reason I'm running Hex for this battle. Normally I would have run something probably like Shadow Ball, but due to my opponent's Chestnut having the ability Bulletproof, I figured that Hex might be the better move for the situation. For this week, our Terra type is Fairy in order to better defensively find ourselves against Gallade, Chestnut, and Latios. And with our Calm Minds, we can also try to set up on stuff like Iron Treads and Primarina, but with Primarina, we also have to be wary of any potential substitute or even Calm Mind sets of its own. Last but not least, we've got our Incineroar here, and Incineroar is rocking the EV spread of max HP, 4 attack, and max special defense with the moves U-Turn, Knock Off, Earthquake, Flare Blitz, and the ability being Intimidate, a Careful Nature, and the item being Heavy Duty Boots, with our Terra type also being Fairy. Incineroar here is designed to be able to take some hits from any Pokemon and then return the favor with stuff like Knock Off, Earthquake, and Flare Blitz, and U-Turn there is just good for momentum. As I mentioned before, my opponent has a lot of opportunity to set up hazards against me, so hopefully the Heavy Duty Boots help keep my Incineroar alive for this battle. And as long as Heatran doesn't be the Pokemon that my opponent ends up terastallizing, then Incineroar is going to be an amazing counter for it. And that's going to be the team for this week. Let me know what you guys think of it down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the battle. Sweet, and here we are. Let's see what they brought to the battle. I'm very curious if Miss Magius is coming. We'll find out. And it doesn't. This is actually the lineup I did kind of expect from them. So if they're starting off Gallade, I'm just going to go ahead and start with Charlie, get our Choice Scarf going there, and we'll see what they go for. Because I can always flip turn out if I don't want to deal with it. Right? Yeah. Yeah, and then if they're Swords Dancing, obviously, then Hawlucha can outspeed it. So we should be good. Coolio. I am a little nervous to see Heatran just because I don't want that thing terastallizing. I hate the idea of that thing terastallizing and not being 4 times weak to ground. So hopefully we can force the terastallization on Gallade, but at the same time, that is still just as scary and threatening. Alright. And who do we lead off with? Heatran, okay. I think it's going to be safe to say just to straight up go for the flip turn here. I don't necessarily, because they could very easily Terra turn 1. Who would I switch out into again? Oh, my switch out is Incineroar. So yeah, let's flip turn into Incineroar. Okay, well they switch out, so who are they going actually? They go into Primarina. We can counter that with Sinistcha. I did notice too they don't have Chestnut, so the good news is that, the sad news is that Shadow Ball would have been great. The good news is from that is that we can go ahead and bring this out and possibly set up some Calm Minds. Now, who would they switch into? They might go back into Heatran. I'll go for a Calm Mind. See what they want to do. They might set up their own Calm Mind or go for a substitute. They just go for a Moonblast, okay. We'll go for a Machagacha at this point. Or even, should we just go for a second Calm Mind? What are they going to do? Gallade? Right now, there's nothing stopping me from going for another Calm Mind. Oh, gotcha. Psychic Noise. That's smart. I don't know how it wasn't very effective. Oh, their Liquid Voice! Okay. That's cool. That's pretty cool, actually. So this won't let me heal for 2 turns, but that's fine. I can't use Machagacha. Okay. Sick tech, I like it. We'll go for a Hex. They're AV. That is a sick tech. I really like that. And who is this? This is indeed the Glade. Okay. How much is a +2 Matcha Gotcha doing? Or even a Hex? Let's say you're a setup sweeper, and I am +2 in special attack. Hex is going to be doing a KO on its own. I do feel like this might be where they terrestrialize. I'm going to go for a Matcha Gotcha. I forgot to terrestrialize. Oh, I forgot to terrestrialize. That's on me. That is heavily on me. Okay. Okay, that makes this a little bit rough. Ooh, that makes this rougher. Okay. We're gonna go for Charlie here, and we gotta go for the Air Slash. We should outspeed this thing if it's Scarf as well. Let's see, what is their terrestrial form? Terra Steel, okay. Flinch it, please. Sweet. Okay, I'll take that. Now, on the chance that they're going for Sacred Sword here. Because assuming since they stayed in that they're not Scarf. Cool, that still does a lot of damage. Unfortunately, we can go for the defog. Or not the defog, the close combat. I read that move wrong. We'll activate our Unburden, and we will do some damage. Okay. This thing ain't taking a lot from acrobatics, is it? Thunderous. Let's say it's offensive. Acrobatics doing 40 to 41. I think we gotta hope and pray that Egg Boys can avoid a Focus Blast if they go for a Focus Blast. Okay, they go for a Dark Pulse. So here we need to Stone Edge, unfortunately. Oh, that... I need not terrestrializing really changed the pace of this game. Oh. I still think we can pull it through, we just gotta really play it safe. Okay, they probably go into Iron Treads. Latias, okay. Smackdown would have been great. Okay, so that's a defensive Latias. Do I need Egg Boys at this point? Might be good for Gallade, but I can always outspeed Gallade. Heatran can't terrestrialize anymore, so Incineroar still looks pretty good. No, I don't need Egg Boys, I just need this thing to do damage. It should be a speed tie, so we'll see if we can get that high. Which we do, luckily. 2 crits in a row, nice. Future Sight, okay. We can just switch into a dark type after this. And let's see, how much is an Iron Head doing? Here is Egg Boys. Party. Bulky. Iron Head is doing about 38%. Yeah, 32 minion. So Iron Head should kill here. And then this invites... What does this invite? This invites a Scarf User. Because I should be faster than everything else now. If they're Air Balloon... what's their face? Iron Treads, then that's good. If it's Booster Energy Speed, then we don't outspeed it, unfortunately. We'll find out right here. It's Booster Energy Speed. Yeah. Okay. Then... they're probably going for like an Earthquake. We'll go for our own Earthquake. I think this is the point in which I can sack Egg Boys. Substitute. Okay, I'll take that. Get a little bit of damage on there. I am going to be going down at this point, but that's fine. Because of the Future Sight. But as long as this thing doesn't have a sub up. Can we take a hit with Samurott? You wouldn't be Assault Vest because I know. We can take a hit. We can take an Earthquake. Razor Shell is doing a lot. I think Razor Shell would be a nice attack to go for. Since, obviously Primarina can come in, but it's pretty decently low. And if we get that defense drop, we'll be doing fine. Razor Shell should KO. Yeah. Coolio. And then Gallade might come out here again. In which case, that way I just go into Hawlucha. Who's this? Primarina? It's Primarina. Okay. I'll switch out into Deoxys here. Thunderbolt is doing how much? Thunderbolt's going to be doing at least 45. Alright, sorry, at max 45. Psycho Boost is doing at max 50. Do they have a... They do have a good few Psychic switch-ins. I'd say Psycho Boost is our better play. We do get the KO. And then... what? Thundurus comes in? Gets the clean kill. Let me put -2 on here right now. Yeah, Thundurus comes in. And I'm gonna go for the knockoff. We'll remove its Choice Scarf if it has one. It's just, that was a, okay, that guy was Assault Vest. Good to know that Samurott can outspeed it though. And we will be able to kill it with like whatever Samurott wants to use now. should be solid to go into Incineroar and just EQ. Oh, wait, no, that thing has an air balloon. I gotta go, Ooh, it's actually a little bit rougher than I would like. I'll go Incineroar and I'll knock off into an EQ. Don't get the drop. Cool. And then we can just Terrastalize here and go for the EQ. Looks like they stayed in. Now, if their Gallade does have Terra Blast, they will be switching into Gallade. However, Gallade is weak enough to, I believe, be able to be knocked out by Samurott, or even Hawlucha at this point. Coolio. Yeah, Ceaseless Edge would be doing 84% max, 71 minimum, and Razor Shell is doing 82 to 97 minimum. Okay, you might Volt Switch here. I can just go ahead and Flare Blitz. And then I believe Hawlucha can come in and... what's the word? Did I forget something? Or is that Gallade? That is Gallade. Sorry, I choked on my own spit for a second. That is Gallade. Okay. Yeah, I can just go ahead and Flare Blitz again. And Hawlucha guaranteed is faster. Same with Samurott. How much HP is this guy at again? I didn't get to check. Okay, we'll go play it safe, and we'll go Hawlucha, and we are going to close combat. They're at a lot, okay. A lot more than I thought they were at. And we pick up the KO. That's going to be a nice 2-0 for us this week. I'm so glad that I was able to pull that back. That not terroring on Sinistcha really scared me. Thank you for the wonderful match, Rebel. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.